This is more than just a doll, more than just a brand. It's a human.
And you hit a Barbie style image and you might mistake it for a person.
This year, Barbie Style, this amazing Instagram account, turns 10 years old. So we're giving you an amazing behind the scenes tour of our design center where we make a lot of our dolls, fashions, photo space, and
the Barbie closet,
which is incredible. I can't wait to show it to you.
Barbie's a doll, a brand that needs to be both timely and timeless, but the real key is constant creative evolution.
You know, at the time we had our At Barbie channel, which is our main brand hub. We wanted to step away from that a little bit. We were like, we need a fashion space. We need somewhere where all the cool fashion girlies would go.
My mind was blown about the possibilities of creative expression when I started working here in my mid-20s. I don't know how I think dolls were created. Never thought about the designers of the brand.
This is Lisette.
Hi.
We're always collaborating and making tiny Barbie clothes together. I'll work on a design, I'll kind of assess what we need in the closet. Maybe something's trending, maybe we need new pieces for summer. I'll mock up some designs and they'll figure out the best way to tackle them in Barbie scale.
We have to really think about the scale of the prints.
Yeah, so if we're making a pinstripe shirt for Barbie, if you were to go source pinstripe fabric for human, it'd be quite large scale for Barbie. Denim is a particular challenge in Barbie scale because it's often, quite thick. Like if you were to take the denim from my skirt and fabricate a pair of jeans for Barbie, they'd be quite stiff and thick. They've done a great job of sourcing denim that's nice and thin, so it bends with the doll. It feels natural in the scale.
Baby clothes.
Yeah.
Baby clothes.
Baby jeans. When you guys are working with a toy designer, you're working on things that are going to be produced a year and a half from now, 2 years from now, and that's very different from Barbie Style, where we're just creating one-of-a-kind pieces.
It's fun because we get to do these things that we wouldn't normally be able to execute, where we're like, hey, let's give Barbie a real zipper. Let's give her real pockets. And everyone's just like, are you sure we can add a pocket? I'm like, yes, go for it.
Do it. So these are a great example of some pieces we made for Barbie Style with the soft goods team. This amazing pink pleather jacket, a functional zipper, a little pocket, a great collar. This piece is incredible. It's a kind of a modern take on a trench. Arm detailing, the shoulder detailing, the buttons. You wouldn't think about it, but you need special thin needles to fit through the tiny buttonholes.
People are always like, oh, do you just work on tiny sewing machines? It's like, no, we have the full industrial grade sewing machines.
These denim cargo pants, functional side pockets, functional hip pockets. This Hill House snap dress is a great example too of all the details we can add into a piece. We had to take their original pattern, scale it down to Barbie size, 1/6 scale, print it out and work that way. We've added ruching here at the bodice, the tiered skirt, and the ruched beautiful sleeves.
I think from day one, it was really important to step out of the brand box a little bit. A lot of things we had to sort of creatively do were very outside of the norm of what Mattel was doing at the time. There was just this sort of layer of realism that I knew people were resonating with.
This is Sasha, our key lead face designer. We'll make a lot of custom heads for the channel, so we use a combination of production heads and custom.
Basically, it's same materials as other artists use. Regular water-based acrylics, tiny brushes, watercolor brushes. I start some sketching on the face and then building little by little. My favorite part, it's final touches. This is the moment when the face comes to life. Not a doll, but a person.
Sasha's currently working on a really amazing project with us where we're taking some of our key hero characters and we're giving them a sort of Barbie style elevation. A little more detail in the face, eyes a little more narrow, a little bit more of an elevated look. And then there's, of course, exceptions.
Quite a few years ago, we worked with Pat McGrath. Definitely a departure for Barbie, but it was incredible to see our amazing artist take her direction and really translate it in Barbie scale. We actually introduced the specific face paint and face sculpt combo on Barbie Style while we were visiting London recently. It was wild seeing people pick up on it instantly. I mean, instantly. I hope you read the comments. It's really incredible.
You know, Barbie Style is a fashion-forward account. This new Brooklyn head that everyone's loving. She has these incredible large box braids. We're thinking about how many braids go on the head, how will they lay. When I'm styling the head, once it's completed and we're draping the hair, draping the clothes, it's all a cohesive process. Aki and I work together all the time on custom heads for Barbie Style. She's truly an incredible hair artist. So we worked on this new custom Brooklyn.
It was something that we can't do in production. Barbie Style, we can pretty much do anything we like.
And today, Aki is going to be rooting a head for us that's in the same Brooklyn face sculpt, but it's a slightly new hairstyle.
Just go around the crown and just fill it out. So that is Brooklyn, freshly rooted.
Every morning I want my hair put on like this.
Every toy that we make that's associated with dolls at Mattel is under my scope of responsibility. The parts of my team that work on Barbie Style specifically are making sure that she shows up at her best.
Rachel's a great example. She has such incredible style. I love when I see her infuse something that's like so deeply part of like sort of like her visual and like the way she presents herself to the world into Barbie, and it's just like, oh, it's lovely.
Welcome to Barbie's closet. This is my working space when I'm styling all of Barbie's clothes. We have our infamous head cabinet where we keep all of our character heads. This is Barbie's accessory cabinet. We have Barbie hats, towels, and robes. I love a little Barbie sock. This is the Western bin. Then we have all our many shoe bins. Color coordinated, of course. The biggest bin is the pink bin. Lots and lots of purses.
Barbie has an amazing handbag collection.
She does. Some of her closet is from current production. A lot of it is custom made by our fabricators that we spoke to earlier. And then a big portion of it is vintage Barbie wardrobe.
Like the details are really incredible. This is from
70, 71.
1970, 71. What I love about especially like vintage pieces is like all the incredible piece count. Like it's just such a full ensemble.
I just got this at Barbie convention, the Bouncy Flouncy. When there's a rare item that I can't just source to have in the closet permanently, I can go to archive and say, hey, do you have this? I need it for a shoot. I'll borrow those items and I return them back in the condition that I found them, of course. In addition to that, I'll go source my own so that I can have the pieces in the closet and I can alter them if need be. The base of this coat was a custom design from our soft goods team. It originally had a hood. I cut the hood and then I found a vintage Barbie set from, I believe, the mid-2000s. Maybe vintage is the wrong term. Cut it up, assembled it. Makes it a fun new little piece. I never get tired of dressing Barbie because there's so many opportunities for play there. I'll see something someone's wearing and get inspired, or I'll pull from tear sheets in Vogue, Runway. These dolls I'm styling for TikTok right now. They're going to a coffee shop in this look. They're gonna go to the movies in this look. And in this look, Malibu is struggling to get a parking ticket out of a parking garage. And then for this look, Brooklyn's gonna be making pasta.
At the time, Instagram was new. We were following @Barbie, and it was all focused to parents or kids, and it was very toy-centric. I wanted another thing on Instagram from Barbie myself.
We needed a brand new sort of space that we could bring fashion partners into, a space that truly felt fashion forward.
We saw a connection. We're like, Barbie is like the ultimate it girl. Of course, she's gonna partner with, different brands, different personalities from across the world. The diversity is really important message for Barbie, so we did that with body shape selection and hair texture selection, ethnicities. It's just normal Barbie life. It's diverse, it's different people, there's different ethnicities, and that's the way life is, and it's great like that. One of my favorite ones is the Balmain partnership that we did. They were literally a dream to work with. This gorgeous bow outfit that you see here, we had the real one shipped to us, and just seeing the construction, feeling it, and bringing it to life, it was really, really special. They understood a lot of maybe some complications we may have because Barbie scale is very specific. Sometimes things may change when you go to 11.5 plastic figure. We would print on material that we know will replicate as closely as we can to their original. There's some fabrications that are just almost impossible to find because they're custom, like this puffer jacket. I believe this was a sample that they actually sent because there's just no way that we could create it.
There's something really incredible about seeing like a true sort of like mini version down to like every little sequin. Like I know sequins are problematic because of the scale, but like look how incredible she looks. It's also just incredible to see like someone like a Carlisle who's an incredible designer himself, like thrive in that space.
I always say when we're talking to partners and start to talk about what our process is like, is that you can hand us a sketch or you can hand us an idea and we have a creative team that can like make it happen from start to finish. Or you can get in there with us, like set up an office in our building. Those are the partnerships that really lead to phenomenal things.
What you see here is Moschino's capsule collection, basically dedicated to Barbie. Jeremy has always been a friend of the brand, and like he just gets Barbie. He just gets it, you know? And like when we did this capsule collection with him, like it's probably one of my favorite collections of all time.
I mean, even for this collection, we shot Barbie Style in Milan. At the time, it was like right before the show, so we were like able to spend a couple of days with Jeremy and his team in the atelier, like seeing these dolls, seeing the human scaled items. I remember thinking like, what are we doing right now? This was incredible. People often sort of question, it's like, do you guys Photoshop or in? Do you like how do you do this? In studio, it's on a set that's built out, so it's a practical set. If we're on location, we're actually shooting on location, which is like really like no different than any other sort of like fashion shoot, fashion editorial. We really want to take you into the studio for a little behind the scenes look of our photo shoot. It's incredible. Get ready. It's a little bit of our 10-year celebration. We got the whole crew together in this incredible dream house structure. When you shoot Barbie, do you think of it as like product? Do you think of it as a person?
She is a person, she's a human to me. I do come from a fashion photography background. My approach to working with Barbie is the same as a human model.
She's a lot more demanding.
She's a lot more demanding. She follows direction though. She's in a house, so we have kind of ceiling light coming top down, you know, that's kind of like my base. We try and keep it looking as natural as possible. Something that you would see in somebody's normal home when they're there. Outside, we do go with like some harder light to kind of mimic the sun.
If we're shooting on location, let's say like Barbie's at Fashion Week, we want to make sure that image is live within an hour or two. But for something like that, like the setup obviously takes a while. Like setting this up took, you know, like a good at least half a day to a day. How do you sort of tackle an editorial in Barbie scale? And do you have a favorite one?
I do have a favorite one. It is Barbie alone in a black leather vest with a big zipper. She's just leaning back like she has no care in the world, and she just looks so beautiful in that shot.
And truly, I remember like the door was open, and at one point, people kept walking by and were kind of peeking, like, oh my God, like I thought that was a real person.
I was given the task of designing a home for the woman. Conversations went into it of, okay, do we design this multi-million-dollar home? Do we make it still attainable for every person? We landed on mid-century modern, but then keeping it to just the 3 rooms. The hard part was figuring out scale. Obviously, we're working on a weird scale, not appropriate for human, like the door heights are a lot more stretched.
Some of the furniture and pieces are sourced by Rachel, but like majority of it, like the bed, the benches, the couches are all fabricated here.
Using fabric that performs in scale, that's a delicate balance that we have to work with. All of the walls themselves are 4-ply so that we can shift out and take out one wall painted a different color, add a wallpaper. There's a textured wall in the kitchen. One of our other favorite features of the dream house is the functioning pool in the backyard. We have this modular on 2 different tabletops. The tub itself is also supported under the structure, not just up support, but sideways support because water will push out. A lot of engineering went into that one, as well as paint. We need to figure out what kind of paint holds up underwater. How do you give the color on the bottom of the pool what you need that doesn't cast a blue hue onto her face? This particular project from start to finish was a number of months. The roof actually holds the structure together, so we had to build from the top down, which is a very new process for our model shop. It was a lot of fun.
What's really kind of incredible about Barbie's style and what's always set it apart is just this attention to detail. We always go back to detail. The dolls, makeup, the color of the eyes, hair textures, the fashions, we kind of led with that.
Our whole mission is to leave the brand better than we found it. And I definitely feel like at Barbie Style, as a contribution to the brand, leaves it better than it was before.